Welcome to Money Talk JA, the channel where we turn small Jamaican hustle into big man investment. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most common questions I hear, both from Jamaicans abroad and locals here at home. How can I invest in real estate with less than 500,000 Jamaican dollars? Most people think real estate is only for the rich. People with millions sitting in the bank, uptown lawyers with trust funds, and those relatives who migrate, come back every Christmas and brag about their new condo in Kingston 6. But let me tell you something true. Every property mogul in Jamaica started somewhere. And if you play your cards right, that 500K could be your first building block towards owning land, earning rent, and maybe one day collecting checks instead of receipts. If you want more videos like this from the Money Talk JA channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. It will really help the channel grow, plus you'll get notified when we release more content like this in the future. Let's break down step by step 10 practical and downright creative ways to invest in Jamaica real estate with less than 500,000 Jamaican dollars. Some of these strategies, they need more hustle than money. Some need patience more than skill. But all of them work if you stay consistent and you think long term. Number 10, buy into fractional land ownership. Jamaica's property market is evolving fast, and now we're seeing investment clubs and digital platforms that allow people to pool small amounts of money to co-own property. Imagine a group of about 20 persons putting together, let's say, $250,000 each to buy a $5 million plot in St. Mary. Instead of one person struggling alone, you all own shares in the property. And when the land appreciates or it gets developed, you split the profits. It's like being part of a mini housing trust, but with friends who share your ambition. Some private real estate co-ops are even experimenting with token-based ownership, meaning diaspora investors can join in remotely. It's perfect for Jamaicans living abroad who want to invest without worrying about management headaches. And when the development sells, you cash out. Your $500,000 can realistically grow to $700,000 or $800,000 in a year, depending on the market. It's not overnight riches, of course, but it's a start. And in property, starting is everything. Number 9. Invest in a real estate investment trust or REIT. REITs are companies that own and manage income producing properties, malls, warehouses, apartments, hotels. In Jamaica, Kingston Properties Limited and Cygnus Real Estate are the big ones. When you buy their shares through the Jamaica Stock Exchange, you're basically owning a small slice of these buildings. REITs pay dividends regularly and the entry cost is low, sometimes under 10,000 Jamaican dollars to open a brokerage account and you buy your first set of shares. They're ideal for people who want exposure to real estate without the stress of maintenance or tenants. And if you're a diaspora investor, you can do this entirely online from your smartphone through NCB Capital Markets, VM Wealth, or JTrader Pro. No trips to the land office, no paper title, just smooth returns while you watch the value of your shares climb like the price of oxtail. Number 8. Buy cheap rural land. This one is old school, but still one of the smartest moves. In parishes like Clarendon, St. Mary, St. Thomas, and Deep St. Elizabeth, small agricultural plots still sell for under $1 million. And if you search through classified ads, auction notices, or parish council boards, you can sometimes find land, say around 400 to 600,000, especially if the area isn't fully developed yet. The secret is to focus on where roads, ports, or major housing schemes are planned. For example, St. Thomas used to be the forgotten parish, but now, with the new highway connecting it to Kingston, land values there have jumped by over 40% in some areas in the last 3 years. Imagine buying a half acre of bush for 500,000 today and selling it for 2 million in 5 years. That's the Jamaican dream in real estate form. Of course, always verify ownership through the National Land Agency, because family land can turn your investment into a family argument real fast. Number 7, start a real estate service business. Who says you have to own land to profit from it? Use your 500k to start a business that helps property owners. With that capital, you can buy a pressure washer, a lawnmower, a good phone, and some advertising. Offer cleaning, landscape, staging, or professional photography for real estate listings. Property developers, Airbnb hosts, and landlords constantly need reliable workers to show up and do quality work. A small landscaping job can pay between 20,000 to 40,000 each time. If you land 5 clients for the month, that's 100,000 or more. Within a few months, you can use the profits to invest in land or REITs. Plus, you'll be networking with the exact people who can give you the first dibs on upcoming properties. Some of Jamaica's most successful real estate agents started by mowing lawns or photographing houses for sales. One client at a time, they learn the ropes, then jump into ownerships themselves. Number 6, lease land and farm it for profit. Here's an angle most people overlook. You can rent land instead of buying it. Plenty of older Jamaicans have idle farmland they are willing to lease cheaply, sometimes for say 10,000 or less a month. Use your 500k to cover lease fees, buy tools, seeds, and maybe a small irrigation setup. Plant crops with short cycle like Scotch bonnet pepper, sorrel or callaloo, things that sell fast in local markets. Within months, you're making profit and you're building capital. It's not glamorous, but it's a real cash flow, and it proves you can manage land responsibly. And this helps when you eventually go for a mortgage or investor partnership. Diaspora viewers can also team up with trusted locals, share profits, and get their foot in the agricultural real estate door. Number 5, fixer-upper rentals. This strategy mixes creativity with negotiation. Jamaica is full of partially built houses and old-time apartments just crying out for a fresh coat of paint. You can approach owners and offer to renovate a small unit in exchange for a discounted rent or a slice of ownership. Use your 500k for material, paint, tiles, and fixtures. After renovation, rent the unit out short-term or you sublet it legally if the owner agrees. Your effort becomes equity, sweat equity. Let's say you invest 400,000 fixing a 1-bedroom and you start earning 60k a month in rent. That means your initial investment pays back in less than a year. Many landlords are open to arrangement like this because they prefer a reliable tenant who improves the property instead of a regular renter who mash up the place. Number 4, government housing schemes. Keep your eyes glued to the National Housing Trust, the NHT, and the Housing Agency of Jamaica, HAJ. They periodically release new lots and starter homes that require small deposits. Your 500K can often cover this initial deposit while you complete your NHT paperwork. For example, HAJ's development in Clarendon and St. Catherine have offered deposits starting as low as $250,000. Even if you're in the diaspora, you can contribute to NHT from abroad and eventually qualify. The key is preparation. Have your TRN, your employment letter, and your proof of income ready, so when a scheme opens, you're not stuck printing documents while everybody else is already signing the contract. Remember, NHT schemes sell out faster than jerk chicken at midnight. Number 3, start a micro Airbnb. Think small, but think smart. You don't need a villa in Ocho Rios. Rent a simple one-bedroom apartment for $60,000 a month. Use your 500K to pay the deposit, buy furniture, and add some nice Jamaican decor, bamboo lamps, tropical plants, even maybe a Bob Marley quote on the wall. List it on Airbnb for say between $80 to $100 per night US. Even if you get just 10 bookings a month, that's nearly $150,000 in revenue. Subtract rent and utilities, and you're still making profits in US dollars. For diaspora viewers, this can be done through a trusted family member who manages guests. You supply the startup funds, they manage the space, and you share the income. Over time, that income can fund the purchase of your own unit. It's a modern, creative way to use small capital to tap into Jamaica's booming tourism sector. Number 2, buy into pre-construction developments. Developers across St. Catherine, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth constantly offer early bird deals with low deposits. Some accept between $300,000 to $500,000 down to reserve a lot. Once you have secured the lot, you can flip your interest before completion and earn a markup, or hold it until construction finishes and the value rises. For instance, a pre-construction townhouse in 2020 that cost $12 million might now resell for $18 million. Early buyers often double their money before the paint even dry. Always verify the developer's registration with the real estate board and make sure you read the fine print. And for my overseas viewers, this is one of the easiest ways to participate. No daily management, just paperwork, patience, and of course, profit. And now, number 1, hunt for property auctions and estate sales. This one requires research and courage, but it can change your life. Every month, banks and government agencies auction repossessed properties, houses, lots, even commercial spaces, often well below the market price. Your 500K can cover the 10% deposit many auctions require to register or place a bid. For example, a $4 million property may require a 400K deposit to participate. If you win, you can arrange financing for the balance, or you can partner with somebody who can. Even if you don't buy immediately, attending auction teaches you how the market really works, who's buying, where deals are happening, and which parishes have undervalued lands. Some savvy Jamaicans make a living just from connecting auction buyers and sellers for a finder's fee. Estate sales, where families sell property after an owner passes, also offer huge bargains. Keep your ears open at church, in the newspaper, or in WhatsApp groups. Opportunities hide where people least expect them. Here's your bonus tip. Combine multiple strategies. Use profit from your Airbnb or your farm lease to invest in a REIT. Join a fractional ownership group while offering property cleaning services on the side. Every step compounds. Remember, wealth isn't just built in one big jump. It's built in consistent strategic moves that stack up over time. For the diaspora family, don't sleep on the rock. Between tourism growth, new highways, and foreign investments, Jamaica's property market is one of the hottest in the Caribbean. Kingston, Montego Bay, and Ocho Rios continue to attract digital nomads and retirees who want warm weather and stable returns. Buying now, even indirectly, means you benefit from the same growth. Use remittance strategically. Instead of sending money just to spend, send it to invest. And for the locals who feel discouraged because the prices look sky high, remember, you're closer than you think. You're here. You understand the land. You know which roads flood and which communities have water 24/7. That knowledge is priceless. Combine that local insight with a disciplined plan, and you can out-invest people with bigger pockets but less vision. The truth is, 500,000 might not sound like much, but it's seed money. It's the deposit, the starting capital, or the partnership contribution that gets your foot through the door. Jamaica rewards those who start early, think long term, and hustle smart. Even one small move this year, opening a brokerage account, joining a partner, scouting rural plots, can set off a chain reaction that transforms your future. So let's recap quickly. Fractional ownership for collaboration, REITs for passive income, rural land for appreciation, service business for steady cash, leased farming for profit, fixer-uppers for sweat equity, government schemes for affordability, Airbnb for cash flow, pre-construction for growth, and auctions for bold opportunity. 10 roads, one destination, ownership. If this episode opens your eye, drop a comment and tell me which strategy you'd like to try first. Hit subscribe on Money Talk JA because we're building a community of financially smart Jamaicans, locals and diaspora alike, who plan, invest, and win together. Thanks for watching, and click the video on your screen right now to see the next big opportunity waiting for you. Because in Jamaica, real estate isn't just for the rich, it's for the ready. And if you move smart, that 500 grand won't just buy you land, it will buy you your freedom.